Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing how to make this quick and simple Nigerian okra soup. It's delicious, nutritious and so easy to prepare. I started by cooking my meat. So I'm using beef and I'm using honeycomb or chaki. So now I'm just gonna season this with salt. I'm gonna season it with ground pepper, or you can use fresh pepper if that's what you want. I'm also going to go in with some onions, seasoning cubes, and then we're gonna add garlic and ginger just for that beautiful taste. And then we are also going to go in with some onion powder. When you're done with the seasoning, you're going to give it a stir to mix everything together, and then you're going to cover the pot and let it cook for around 8 to 10 minutes or until it has brought out some water. And when it does that, you're just going to go back in and add enough water in it so that it can cook until it's very soft. So while the meat is cooking, we're going to prepare our okra. We're going to slice the okra, we're going to slice the ugu leaf, or you slice any leaves that you're using. So I'm using ugu leaves, and then if you like, you can use spinach, you can use kale. They are all very good for this soup. So you slice up your okra. When you're done with that, you're going to set it aside for use later. And then you're just going to go ahead and do the same thing to the ugu leaves. When you're done with that, you're just going to put it in a bowl and set it aside. So for our pepper mix, we're going to be using tatashi, and we're also going to use some Scotch bonnet pepper. Then we're going to grind this together and also set it aside when we're done. So now our meat is cooked properly, is soft, or as soft as I want it to be. So you can check. If you want it more soft, let it cook. If not, bring it down now. Now to the soup. In a clean pot, I added some palm oil and I'll let it heat up gently. Then I added chopped onions. I'm going to let this fry until it became fragrant and translucent. After that, we're going to go in with our grinded pepper mix, the tatache and the Scotch bonnet pepper that we grinded, and then we're going to let this fry together for a few minutes to release the flavors. Now we're going to add iru seeds, that's locust beans, but that's optional. And then we're going to go ahead with our crayfish while leaving some aside for use later. And then we're just going to stir this together to combine. After a little bit, we're going to go in with our okra, our sliced okra. I wanted this soup very crunchy. If you notice, I didn't blend any of the okras, to give it that slimy feel. I just sliced the whole okra and I'm putting it in like that. I just want it very crunchy. So if you want it slimy, you can just go ahead and blend a little bit of the okra while you are preparing. So I'm just going to give this a stir. We stir it together to combine all the ingredients together. And then after stirring, I'm going to go in with some of the broth. That's some of the meat broth that we cooked. Then we're going to cover it and let it cook for a little while. Let's say around 5 minutes. Then we're going to open it back up and introduce our protein that we set aside earlier. Then you're going to stir them gently into the soup. and let them cook together until they have all released their flavors together. So at this point you reduce the heat, okay, because we don't want the okra wilting. Just like I said, we want it very crunchy, and then you stir gently to bring out that lovely draw. All right, next you're just going to go ahead and add in your remaining seasonings. Like I did here, I added the seasoning cube. I also went in with all-purpose seasoning and more salt. So you always check your food for salt. If it needs more, you go in with more. And then we're gonna cover this to let it cook for around 5 to 8 minutes, depending on how soft or crunchy you like it. Okay, so this is it after 5 minutes. Now we're going to go in with our ugu leaves or any vegetable that you're using. You're going to go ahead and stir it gently into the soup. Okay, while you're done doing that, you're going to cover this and let it cook. But I'll advise just to let it cook for a few minutes, highest 5 minutes. Okay, we don't want the whole thing soft, we still want it like this, very green and very crunchy. So after 5 minutes, I added my remaining crayfish just to bring the taste together. I love doing that, it brings everything together. Give it a stir to combine, and that's it. Our simple Nigerian okra soup is ready to enjoy. I served mine with millet, but you can serve yours with any swallow of choice. You can have it with amala, pounded yam, oat fufu, or any swallow that you prefer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and hit the subscribe button for more easy Nigerian recipes. Bye!